Welcome back to another edition of Talk Nerdy to Me. I am your host, Troy Stegner. And before we get started in this comic book review, one favor, that's all I'm asking, one favor, subscribe to the channel. Helps us a lot and allows us to do videos like this for you guys for free. Pandering done. Looky, looky, comic bookie. We got the long-awaited, I shouldn't really say long-awaited because I believe they're coming out every week or every other week, Batman Fortnite. This one has kind of been my guilty pleasure as of late. I really thought it was just a money grab that they were going to try to pull in the Fortnite fans and make some money off those poor people. But man, the story, I'm actually kind of, like I said before, I'm kind of digging it. This is number 4, I believe 6-issue limited series. The last one, if you go back and watch the review for number 3, you would see that Batman did get out of the loop. And by doing that, he had to be the last person standing in the center of the storm as it closed in. So he got out, and like I said, at the end of that issue 3, as soon as he popped out, there's Deathstroke with Catwoman and a knife to her throat, telling him to drop all the weapons. Well, that was kind of misleading because Deathstroke's really not trying to kill Catwoman. He's telling Batman, hey, I made it out of this loop also, and we're all here now. Well, he didn't say all. He said, I'm here now, and I'm trying to figure out how to get out of this place, and I could really use your help. And when you first come out, and that first thing Batman notices is they can talk now, because while you're inside Fortnite, you don't talk. So he's telling him, I've been here for quite some time, waiting for some other people to get out so we can figure this out and escape. Because you escape the loop, the Fortnite, with the storm closing in, obviously it doesn't send you back to your home. It sends you into this, I guess it's kind of a limbo area on the island. So he's trying to figure that out. He gets Batman and Catwoman to kind of agree, and he tells him, be prepared, and all of a sudden, all Batman's memories flood back like a huge slam to the head. He remembers all the resets in the loop and everything else, just not anything before getting to the island, which is kind of weird. So Deathstroke's trying to tell him, yeah, I've been here, I'm not alone. You got all these other characters who also escaped. Some of them have been there waiting in that limbo area for like years, trying to figure out how to get out of there. So Batman being Batman, he takes charge, and one of the people even tried to question him, well, who are you to be giving us orders? And he never says a word, he just looks at him, and they're like, yeah, okay. So Batman gave him the bat stare, and they caved. So he breaks them down into different areas. You go search this, you go search that part of the island, and of course Fishstick is there. If you played Fortnite, he's the goldfish-looking dude. So he tells him, hey, you can breathe underwater. Go check out all the streams inland first, and then the ocean area around the island to look for clues. And they figure out the tower in Fortnite that just came up out of nowhere. They figure that kind of has something to do with it. They find these hatches where the pylons used to be, and the hatches are almost impervious. I mean, everybody's been trying to beat them open, and they can't do it. And they keep discovering these little artifacts and relics everywhere. So Batman tells them, hey, I need you to record all the readings from around all these areas and off these relics. And something about one of these things has to unlock the hatch. And he was right, they keep trying. Finally, they get the right frequency, signature, or something. It opens the hatch. So Batman, everybody wants to rush in. He's like, hold on. He sends Fishstick out into the ocean to check to make sure no traps were sprung in there. They go down, they meet a golem. They figure out how to beat the golem. Then they find out how to turn the lights on. So there's a bunch of different pathways in this cave, and Batman divvies them all up to go check, and him and Catwoman go down the one, and they find a area that's caved in. And they were getting ready to turn around and walk away, walk back to explore a different area, and they hear something under the rubble. And Catwoman eventually, first she wanted to use explosives, blow it out of the way, and Batman was afraid it would cave in the rest of the tunnel. So they're going to go back. They hear this noise, they start pulling away rocks, and they find, dun-da-da-da, Mr. Fishsticks. So, like I told you, he was out in the ocean, so something happened that caved him into the tunnel. And he's pretty beat. Batman tells Catwoman, go get some water. It's really too late. But Fishsticks, before he passes, he tells Batman, hey, I found this buried in the sand under the ocean, the beach area. And he says it's very apparent somebody in this group is lying. One of these people is actually running the loop. That's the only way this could have happened. And we just need to figure out who, and then he kicks it. So, number 4, still good, not as action-packed or groundbreaking as the other 3, but I have a feeling it's going to set up the last 2, 5, and 6, because now we know, it took all that boring stuff to set up the fact that somebody's lying. Somebody set this whole thing up. So we will see. What we didn't see in this issue at all is Harley. So I'm thinking maybe she's an important part. Why would you bring her into the story in Fortnite and then not really use her? Because she was in the first one. That's kind of how Batman followed her into the Fortnite area. But from there on, she's just, I think you ran across her maybe once or twice, but she doesn't have a real big part. She's too major of a character not to use in some way. Why it's almost like foreshadowing. So I'm guessing Harley's going to have a big part to play with them getting completely out of this, or maybe her and the Joker did. I don't know, but I do know in my mind that Harley is going to be a big part of them getting away from all this. As all the rest of them, their little code, it's under the sticker for a in-game item for you to use. It looks kind of like a batarang, like a fancy batarang. So that's another item you can use in Fortnite. And it also, if you collect all 6, you get the super uber cool Batman armored skin you can use in the game. Like the very first one was a Harley skin. I haven't logged into Fortnite since then, but I can only imagine there's a ton of Harleys running around in the game now. This one, I told you guys to subscribe to it. I'm going to stand by that, even though this one was a little bit of a slow issue. I think it's going to be really good. I think it's going to tie everything together in the last 2, numero 5 y 6. So keep it on your subscribe list. Read through this and just realize it's probably setting something up, and then we're probably going to see a little bit more Harley in the last 2. If you like that review and you'd like to see more like it, subscribe to the channel, man. It helps the metrics tremendously. It helps us to do videos like this for you guys for free. While you're at it, hit the bell icon. You'll be notified whenever we put up a new video. And until you see that new video, later, nerds.
Get nerdy with me. Tell me what game that you get on. Is it card or read? What kind of class do you play, girl? In an RPG?